All right, good afternoon. Can you speak a little bit closer, or a little bit louder, actually? All right,
Oh,
completed
good
the,
afternoon.
and we're setting this matter over for another pretrial conference to give you a chance to complete the community service. When you go to the windows in the lobby, my clerk is going to give you the notice of the new court date. Again, that's going to be your deadline. It's going to be in approximately 30 days. She'll give you another referral form, the community service form to get filled out. Just find a legitimate nonprofit agency. It can be anywhere. Do the community service, have them fill out the form, bring that back with you the next time you come back. Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions? All right, go ahead and go to the windows and see my clerk. All right, counsel for Haley Hansen, if you would unmute, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Hayden Jernigan, 54160, appearing on behalf of Haley Hansen, excuse me.
Okay, let's see what I got here. Okay, I show that if on behalf of Ms. Hansen you tender a plea of guilty to the added reduced charge of driving a defective vehicle, a 2-point violation on November 28th of 2020. It looks like at 10:30 at night in the area of 103rd and Highway 2 here in Commerce City. City Attorney will dismiss the original charge. Mr. Jernigan, is that a correct statement of the proposed disposition?
That is my understanding, Your Honor, and I do have authority to enter that disposition on behalf of Ms. Hansen.
Okay, waiving her appearance pursuant to 167202.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, give me just a moment. All right, then to the added reduced charge of driving a defective vehicle, a 2-point violation on November 28th of 2020 here in Commerce City. On behalf of Ms. Hansen, Mr. Jernigan, how do you plead?
Guilty for Ms. Hansen.
I will accept the guilty plea. Anything by way of mitigation?
Your Honor, I would like the court to know that Ms. Hanson is an outstanding high school student. She's 17 years old. She maintains a 4.4 GPA, which puts her as one of the top 10 students at her school. She's recently been accepted to the School of Mines. She's a National Ballet Honor Society scholar, as well as a National Honor Society scholar. Additionally, she went out and proactively completed an Alive at 25 course. Beyond that, there's nothing further.
Do you know how long she's been driving in Colorado?
I would assume that it's only been a year. She is 17 years old, and
Right.
you're only less than within a year's time is what I'm suspecting. I don't have a number I can give you for
Okay, that's
certain,
fine.
though.
And this looks like it's the only moving violation on her record. Is that correct?
That's my understanding.
All right. I'm going to impose the minimum fine, $25 plus surcharges and court costs. When you leave the meeting, my clerks, either today or sometime tomorrow, will forward you the information on the total amount and work out any payment arrangements that are necessary.
May I request a stay of execution here, or would that be between me and the
With my
clerks?
clerks. When my
Okay,
clerks
wonderful.
contact you, you can just ask for a stay of execution. Again, I'm taking into consideration the statements you made in mitigation, and then obviously the cost that you incurred by doing the Alive at 25 class. All right.
Thank you, Your
On the
Honor.
record regarding Laura Gallegos Nunez.
Hayden Jernigan, 54160, appearing on behalf of Laura Gallegos, whose we will request her appearance be waived pursuant to 167202.
Okay, I'll get to that in just a moment.
Sorry.
All right, on this one I have a proposed disposition indicating that if, on behalf of Ms. Gallegos Nunez, you tender plea of guilty to the added reduced charge of driving a defective vehicle on November 23rd of 2020 at 10:20 in the evening in the area of 98th and Tower Road here in Commerce City, City Attorney will dismiss the original speeding charge. Is that your understanding of the proposed disposition?
That is my understanding.
Okay, it looks like for some reason I entered a default. And we got your entry before then. They just didn't pull it. All right, I'll vacate the default.
Thank you, Your Honor.
The two just didn't get matched up, evidently.
Yes, I don't see any record of that, so I'm just as surprised about that.
This is Gallegos Nunez. Yeah, I entered the default, but it must have gotten pulled when the entry came in. But the entry, well, okay. All right. Well, fortunately, no action got taken, so we're good.
Thank you.
Well, then, all right. So then, Mr. Jernigan, on behalf of Ms. Gallegos Nunez, as to the added reduced charge of driving a defective vehicle on November 23rd of 2020 here in Commerce City, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
I plead guilty for Miss Gallegos.
All right. I will accept a guilty plea. Anything by way of mitigation?
Your Honor, I think it's important to mention that she was traveling home after waiting approximately 4 to 5 hours in a waiting line at In-N-Out Burger. She was very tired and just trying to get home in a reasonable hour. Beyond that, actually, Your Honor, she did go out and proactively complete an ISAE level 1 course as well.
Yeah.
Beyond that, there's nothing further.
I saw that she did the class. Give me just a moment.
Thank you.
All right. I'll note there's nothing in aggravation on her driving record. And let's see. All right. Her schedule fine is actually $160. I'll take your statements into mitigation, and again, the fact that she did the driving class. I'm going to go ahead and lower her fine to $80 plus surcharges and court costs. Again, when you leave the meeting, my clerks will make contact with you either today or sometime tomorrow, advising of the fines and costs, providing you a stay of execution, and working out a payment plan for her if you want to do that. Okay?
Thank you very much, Your Honor. You have a great afternoon and stay safe out there.
Okay, these are the only ones you have, then you are free to leave the meeting.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Bradley Templeton, if you would unmute.
Okay.
All right, good afternoon. Okay, I have a document that alleges that on February 8th of 2020 at 7 o'clock in the evening from the area 5990 Dahlia Street, that's the Walmart store located here in Commerce City, it's alleged that you committed the offenses of theft and trespass and unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia. Mr. Templeton, do you understand what it is you're accused of doing?
Yes, I do.
All right. The city attorney indicates that he went over the elements of each of these charges and explained to you what he would have to prove in order for you to be found guilty of them. Did he review those elements with you?
Yes, he did.
Okay. And did you watch the advisement of rights video?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good. Give me just a second while I make a couple of notes here. All right. The city attorney indicates that you and he have worked out an agreement that we're going to set this for a new court date. Between now and the next court date, if you complete a petty theft class, it's a one-day class, it looks like the half-day drug diversion education program, 16 hours of community for service, agree to stay out of the Walmart, and commit no new law violations for a period of 1 year from today's date. When you come back, if everything is in order, I can dismiss this case. Is this how you wish to resolve your case?
I'm not going to really be staying in Commerce City for a year.
Okay,
I'm sorry, what was that?
answer the question, yes or no. Is this how you wish to resolve the case?
Yes, it is how I would like to resolve the case.
Okay. Yeah, you're just ordered to stay out of the Walmart, not stay out of the city of Commerce City. Okay, give me just a moment. I'll go through it all for you in just a second. All right, I'm going to cancel the warrant that issued when you failed to appear last year. When you leave the meeting, you're going to receive some things from my staff. One's going to be a referral to the people that put on a petty theft class. The proof of completion of the petty theft class is going to be due at the next hearing. The next hearing is going to be in about 6 weeks. Whoever is using Miguel Perez's phone, could you put yours on mute for just a second? Oh, it looks like it is muted. Okay, Mr. Templeton, can you just say anything? That way you become the primary that I'm looking at.
Sorry.
Perfect, now you're back. All right, so again, the first thing you'll get is the notice of the new court date. It's going to be in about 6 or 7 weeks. Second thing you're going to get is the referral to the petty theft class. It'll be important for you to contact them fairly soon. That way you can make sure to get the class done before the next court date. You're going to get a referral to the people that put on the class for the diversion of the drug and alcohol education class. Again, contact them, get that done. My clerks will send you the form we use for community service. You can do community service anywhere. It does not have to be done in Commerce City. The only requirement that I make is that the place that you pick to do the community service must be a legitimate nonprofit agency do the community service, get that form back to us, then the rest is easy. It's stay out of the Walmart in Commerce City and commit no new law violations for 1 year. There's also going to be a $50 warrant fee that you'll have to pay at the next appearance date or right after. And once I get all of that, if everything is in order, case will be dismissed. Do you have any questions?
No, I do not.
Okay, good. And you're free to leave the meeting, and you can expect to receive communications from my staff either today or tomorrow. Okay? Good luck.
Hello,
Yes, who's this?
my name is Weston Novak. I was just in the room with the prosecutor, and they told me that they were going to move me back to this room.
Yeah, you're
I
back
just
in the
requested
room.
to, so
just
they
hold
never
on.
moved me back. The phone just hung up, so I'm just calling you guys again to try and get my core thing handled.
Okay, yeah, just hold on for just a second. We'll be with you in just a few minutes.
All right.
Okay, you on the phone whose last three digits end with 690. What was your name again?
Weston Novak.
It's this one? Okay. Yeah, that's actually,
And I'm actually on another call with the phone numbers ending in 301. That was my original call,
he was in a break.
and I was in the process.
That's okay. Just stay on this 6901, okay?
Okay.
Oh, this is going to take a little bit. All right. Hold on for just a second. All right. I have a document that alleges that on July 16th of 2020, at about 10:45 in the evening, in the area of 7007 East 88th Avenue, it's alleged that you committed the offense of interference with a peace officer or firefighter during the lawful performance of their duties. Do you understand what it is you're accused of doing?
I don't, and I don't have anybody to represent me, and I already had somebody read this to me, and I don't even know if I'm really supposed to be talking right now. So I'm just trying to get a lawyer. I'm just trying to have the court appoint me a lawyer.
Yeah, there's steps that we have to follow before we get to that step. My name is David Juarez. I'm actually the judge, and we are trying to handle this case with you. So listen carefully to what I tell you, and then if you have questions after that, we can address them. Okay, first, did you watch the advisement of rights video?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now, in this case, you're accused of interfering with a peace officer. In order for the prosecutor to be able to prove that you were guilty of this charge, he has to prove that in Commerce City, Adams County, Colorado, on July 16th of 2020, that you knowingly obstructed or hindered or impaired any peace officer acting under the color of his or her official authority from enforcing the law or performing any official duty by the use of or the threat of the use of violence, force, physical interference, or by knowingly providing false or misleading information. That's what it is that the prosecutor would have to prove for you to be found guilty of this charge. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now, he's indicated to me that you wish to have the court appoint an attorney to represent you. In order to do that, I have to make sure that you qualify for a court-appointed attorney. So I'm going to be asking you a bunch of questions. Give me just 1 second while I get the form. Okay, the address that we have for you is on Franklin Street. Is that still your address?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, give me a second. All right, the phone number that we used to have for you is 303-335-7869. What is the best phone number for an attorney to reach you on?
720-643-3301, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll list that one. All right. The Franklin Street address, is that a house?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you have any ownership interest in that house?
No, sir.
Do you have any ownership interest in any real estate of any type?
No, sir.
Are you currently single, married, separated, or divorced?
I'm single.
Okay. Do you have any children under the age of 18?
No.
Are you currently employed?
No, sir.
How long has it been since you were last employed?
Since about the beginning of the outbreak, I was laid off from my job and
So March of
was
2020?
I'd say a couple months since that. After that,
Okay. May of 2020?
yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Are you currently receiving any type of unemployment compensation benefits?
No, sir.
Okay, are you receiving any workman's compensation benefits for any injuries you suffered?
No, sir.
Okay. Are you receiving Social Security disability benefits?
No, sir.
Are you receiving any type of financial benefits from any governmental source of any type?
No, sir. Not at the moment. I'm not.
Okay, are you receiving food stamps?
I am, yeah.
Okay, that's good. And do you get Medicaid?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right. Just a few more questions. Do you own any automobiles?
I don't.
Do you have a driver's license or a Colorado ID?
I have an ID, Your Honor.
That's fine. Do you have any ownership interest in any financial transaction devices, savings bonds, treasury bonds, or retirement plans?
I don't, sir.
Okay, that's fine. All right. I'm going to find that you qualify for a court-appointed attorney. I'm going to appoint an attorney to represent you. We're going to give you a new court date, and we'll also give the attorney your contact information about your case, and the notice of the new court date. Now, you probably won't receive contact from my clerks today. It'll probably be tomorrow because we got to confer with the private attorney that we're going to appoint to represent you in this. But you'll get a notice of the new court date, and like I said, you'll probably receive communications from the court-appointed attorney, okay?
God
Do you have
bless
any
you, Your Honor.
questions?
Thank you so much. No,
Do you have any
sir.
questions? All right, good. Then you're free to leave the meeting.
Amen. Have a good day. God bless.
Thank you. Okay. Victor Austin, if you would come forward to Station 2. Station 2. Good afternoon. All right, first there's a request to set aside the default that ended when you failed to appear last week. I'll grant that request. I'll find that it's timely and appropriate. So the default is ordered vacated. Actually, it was yesterday. Second document I have says that you're going to be pleading guilty to committing the offense of driving without proof of insurance when required, a 4-point violation on November 10th of 2020 at about 7:40 in the evening in the area 5401 Layden Street here in Commerce City. Is this how you wish to resolve your case today, by pleading guilty to this charge? All right. Were you able to watch the advisement video? Good. I'm going to be going over some of those rights with you. Do you understand that if I accept your guilty plea to this charge, you're waiving your right to be represented by an attorney in this case? You're also waiving your right to be presumed innocent of the charge unless and until the city attorney is able to establish your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt at trial, because by pleading guilty to this charge, you're waiving your right to have a trial. Do you understand that? You're giving up your rights to confront and cross-examine any witnesses that the city attorney would call in support of this charge against you. You're giving up your right to present evidence on your own behalf, including calling witnesses on your own behalf, and if your witnesses would not appear in court voluntarily, to have the court issue subpoenas for you free of charge, which could then be used by you to have your witnesses ordered to appear on the date of your trial. You're giving up your rights during the course of a trial to testify or to remain silent, and if it was your choice to remain silent, the fact that you did so could not and would not be used against you to establish your guilt. If at the end of the trial you were found guilty of the original charge, you would have the right to appeal that conviction to a higher court. Do you understand that if I accept your guilty plea, you're giving up all of those trial and appeal-related rights? Has anyone forced you or coerced you to get you to plead guilty to this charge against your will? Has anyone made any promise to you to get you to enter this guilty plea? Are you currently under the influence of any drugs, alcohol, or medications that affect your ability to understand what you're doing in court today? Then to the original charge of driving without proof of insurance on November 10th of 2020 here in Commerce City, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty? I'll accept your guilty plea. Anything you want me to take into consideration before I impose the sentence against you? All right, I'm going to impose the minimum fine that I've established for this charge in this court, which is $100 plus surcharges and court costs. When you go to the windows, my clerks are going to tell you what the total is. If you need them to, they'll work out a payment plan for you. But you also need to listen to this following advisement. Under Colorado law, if you pick up a second offense of driving without proof of insurance within the next 5 years, the mandatory minimum fine jumps to $500. If you pick up 2 more within the next 5 years, the mandatory minimum fine jumps to $1,000. The other thing the state legislature did is make it a strict liability offense. What that means is there's no defenses to the charge. For instance, not knowing your insurance is lapsed, not a defense. If it's not your car and the owner tells you it's insured and it turns out not to be, not a defense. It's the driver's responsibility to make sure any vehicle they're driving is properly insured the minute they put it on a public roadway. The court can't accept any defenses to that charge. So you really need to be careful, at least for the next 5 years, okay? Mm-hmm. Right, well, that's unfortunate that you got contacted by the police, all right? When you go to the windows in the lobby and see my clerks, they're going to tell you the total workout payment arrangements. Do you have any questions? All right, go ahead and go to the windows, see my clerk. Okay, good. Barry Smith. Why don't you come to the lectern, right in the middle, number 3? Yeah, right there, with your dad. Okay, the city attorney is satisfied that you completed the diversion, so I'm going to go ahead and enter the order dismissing this case against you. Because of your age, I'm going to go ahead and have it expunged from your record as well. There's a time period that by statute has to pass. As soon as that passes, it'll be expunged, okay? So give me just 1 second while I take care of the paperwork side of this. All right, now this is a one-time deal, so don't ever expect that you're going to get this kind of dismissal again for this type of case or any other case. This is just a one-time deal, so let's try to stay out of trouble, okay? All right, so go ahead and wait for your dad. Head towards the windows in the lobby where you can get a copy of the order of dismissal, and I'll call Jaden Smith. Uh-huh. Good afternoon, Jaden. All right, city attorney is satisfied in your case as well, so I'm going to enter the order of dismissal. And again, because of your age at the time of the commission of this offense, and because you complied with the order, by statute, I'm going to go ahead and order this case is expunged from your record when the statute says I can expunge it. All right, so again, when you and your father go to the window, you can get a copy of the order of dismissal, and then you're all free to leave. Okay? Thank you, and again, don't get in any more trouble, all right? Jose Barrera, if you would go ahead and unmute. I'm sorry, Jorge Barrera. No, it should be Jorge.
Well, yeah, it's me, John.
Okay. Okay, Jorge, I showed that you're 16, is that correct?
Yeah,
Okay, is there a parent there with you?
yeah.
Okay, I don't see them. Okay, buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Me avisan que no hablas suficiente inglés para poder ayudar a tu hijo a resolver este caso hoy sin la ayuda de una interpreter. ¿Es verdad?
Es verdad.
Okay, vamos a tener que poner este caso para otra cita cuando tenemos una interpreter aquí. Next Wednesday?
Está bien.
Okay. Okay. Lo que podemos hacer es poner este caso para el miércoles de la semana que viene, el día 27 de este mes, a las 10 de la mañana. Si puedes hacerlo como lo hiciste hoy para presentarse sobre el computer, está bien. Va a ser
Está
el día
bien.
27 a las 10, ¿ok?
Ok.
Ok, mi ayudantes te van a dar una noticia sobre cómo seguir a entrar a una cita en ese tiempo, ¿ok?
Está bien, gracias.
Okay. Jorge, you can go ahead. My clerks are going to send you an email as to the new court date and time. We'll see you next Wednesday at 10 o'clock, all right?
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, Ashley Zakin, if you would go ahead and unmute. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Okay, give me just one moment. All right. This is a return on a motion to revoke a deferred judgment and sentence. Now, I understand the city attorney wants to set this matter over, but I still have to go through certain advisement with you. Okay. Now, have you received the motion to revoke deferred judgment and sentencing and notice of setting that was put out in this case?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Now, you do not have to enter an admission or a denial at this time, but the city attorney indicates that he wants this matter reset to give you a chance to present the information about what you've already completed. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right. When you leave the meeting, my clerks are going to send you a notice of the new court date and time for you to come back for this. Did you guys talk about when this was going to be set over until?
We did not.
How much time do you need? Like a week?
Yeah, hopefully a week should be able to do it.
My clerk is telling me to do it on February 4th. Would that work for you?
That'd be fine.
Okay. What time are you looking at, Carmen? At 1:30? All right. So they'll send you a notice of the new court date and time. You may not get it today. You probably won't get it till tomorrow. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So we'll go ahead and have you leave the meeting, and then my clerks will be in contact with you.
All right. Thank you.
Uh-huh. So all of those people were with the Smiths? I still have Miguel Perez on the... Yes, Adam's talking to you. Oh, Adam hasn't spoken to me?
No. I just want to let you know that your
Okay.
case is now closed and we're good to go. Okay, thank you. Our pleasure. You have a great day.
All right. So, Mr. Perez, you're going to be moved to a breakout room. I didn't understand any of that other than Zarlingo. Okay, so where do I put her? We need to wipe. What time was he set for? 1:15? Okay, Margaret Martinez, if you would come to station number 1, please. All right, the city attorney is satisfied that you successfully completed all of the conditions of the diversion. so I'm going to go ahead and dismiss this case. You need to understand that you still cannot go into the Walmart store here in Commerce City for any reason whatsoever. When you go to the windows in the lobby and see my clerks, they will give you a copy of the order of dismissal. And if you want to have the record of this case sealed, ask my clerks and they can give you information on how to file a petition to seal. I just made a note on your file that said that if I receive that petition, I will grant the request and seal the record. Do you have any questions? All right, go ahead and go to the windows in the lobby, see my clerks, they'll give you the order of dismissal, then you are free to leave. Thank you. All right, court's on the record regarding Damon Scott. Mr. Zarlengo, if you would come to station number 2, please. Yeah, he sent us an email at damonlomax3636@gmail.com. Do you have that? Well, we sent him the notice of the new court date and time to that address. That's how he contacted us. So again, it's Damon, D-A-M-O-N, Lomax, all is one word, L-O-M-A-X, 3636@gmail.com. Let me see where he's at. Well, I'm going to issue a warrant for his arrest. He's no longer eligible for a PR bond on this case, even though it was I can't believe it, motion to revoke. He got a deferred judgment on this and failed to comply, failed to appear. I'm going to set his bond in the amount of $800 cash or surety. I'm surprised you didn't have the email contact, but I'll go ahead then. I'll stay execution of this warrant until, I keep looking over there and I have it here now, to January, let's see, today's the 21st. I'm only going to give you till the 27th. No, that's Wednesday. The 27th. That's next Wednesday. Yeah, you didn't receive a copy of the motion? Carmen? Or Alma, could one of you make a copy of this for Mr. Zarlengo? It's the motion to revoke. 16 hours of community service, a petty theft class. He didn't do either one of those, and he owes over $100 in court costs, none of which is a fine. It's the $34 plus the $100 in prior warrant fees, so $134 plus this one. It's going to make it $184 if he doesn't get it resolved. We last heard from him on December 1st. That's when we set it for today. I set it to Wednesday at 1:30. He can appear at that time. Or if he wants to appear in the morning, just have him coordinate it with you. And you could appear by Zoom with him being live if you want. Okay, so it's this motion to revoke. So who would, all we have left is the juveniles? Nope. Oh, no, wait. Perez on the video. Okay, thank you, Mr. Zonlingo. Sorry for your wasted trip up here. Yeah, we can never tell when somebody is and isn't going to show. What's that? Yeah, I know the feeling. I really do. I was supposed to be in a jury trial next week, and then the week after. So the week after, I now got misdemeanors off a class 4 felony, so that one went away. The one that I was supposed to be in starting Monday just got continued until May, and we're the 5th oldest trial, even without waiving speedy, we're the 5th oldest trial on that date. Others have been told, but their speedy had run further than mine. So what do you think the chances are of me going to trial on an F4 property crime in May compared to everybody else who's ahead of me on docket with speedy? I'm thinking really, really remote. Yeah, well, what's going to happen is all the civil judges and the domestic judges are... Oh, I can mute it. And I need, okay, Mr. Perez, are you there?
Deja manejo ya. Mira, me quedan 10 minutos.
Okay, you're going to want to pull over and stop if you're driving.
I am.
I am pulled over.
Okay, and your mother's there because I think I saw her during an earlier. Hello, good afternoon.
Hi.
All right, okay, good. Mr. Gollin indicates he's dismissing both cases against you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and enter an order of dismissal on both cases. I think they're eligible to be expunged. Yes, that one is. And nope, this one isn't. All right. So on the one case that's eligible to be expunged, I'll expunge it from your record. I'll enter the order of dismissals. My clerks will provide those to you by email later. You may not get them until tomorrow. But that'll take care of both of these cases. Miguel, you need to stay out of trouble from now on. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. So do either one of you have any questions?
No.
Okay. So go ahead and leave the meeting. My clerks will get the paperwork to you either later today or sometime tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.